go ahead and kick it off right up the bat here. Let's go ahead and talk about the Retaliators, son. That's right. Here's a quick plot synopsis here. That's right. The film was directed, before the plot synopsis, the film was directed by Samuel Gonzalez Jr., Bridget Smith, and mostly the lead actor in here, who did a great job, Michael Lombardi. So shout out to Michael, who kind of took the reins to kind of help finish the film, because due to COVID, they had to shut some things down. So he had to help pick things back up. So shout out to Michael. And writers, you guys have seen them here on the channel several times. Those two badasses, Darren Gear and Jeff Allen Gear, the Gear brothers. The film also stars, we're going to throw everybody up in here. We got Mark Menchaca, plays Jed. We got Joseph Gatt, for all you Banshee fans out there, who played the albino character as Ram Katie. We have Katie Kelly as Sarah. And Abby Hafer, Brian O'Halloran, Shannon Wilson, and a lot of you metal fans out there. We got Jacoby Shaddix up in here from Papa Roach. We got Ivan L. Moody, Zoltan Bathory. A lot of the Five Finger Death Punch guys are here. Tommy Lee makes a little cameo in the strip club. Just a lot of it's a metal occasion. It's a metal occasion. But yeah, we'll go ahead and jump right into this. So, brief plot synopsis here. An upstanding pastor uncovers a dark and twisted underworld as he searches for answers surrounding his daughter's brutal murder. So don't forget, guys, this will be spoiler talk. Now, if you don't want to hear spoilers, hey, you guys can watch this right now on Amazon Prime. You can rent it for butt cheap, and you can buy it even cheaper, which is awesome. Gotta get the word out there. Samurai Guy. Hey, I had to show support, and I had to go ahead and purchase that sumbitch. And I might actually buy it again when it comes out in physical. So, all right, what's going on? Megon 32. What's going down? Good to see you, man. And Egg Shen, what is cracking? All right, so I might be all over the place with this one, but right off the bat, right in the beginning, we have this crazy, intense opener, a very extremely violent opener to the film. You know, these two ladies driving in their van, they get stuck and they get attacked. And Michael Lombardi's character shows up, and both girls don't make it. But before the second girl gets killed, because Michael Lombardi's showing up decapitating motherfuckers, the way these people are acting, you know, she goes, you know, what are these people? What's going on? And right after he gets done decapitating one of them, he goes, "They're not zombies," you know. And I was just like, whoa, holy shit. Because the way their mannerisms are and the way they were just rabid and attacking people, I was like, what the fuck? They're not zombies. Holy shit. But right off the bat, right in the beginning, thrills and a little bit of action and some great gore effects and some kills right off the bat. And then that's old Bishop, the character Michael's playing. That's him getting dragged from beneath by his feet, getting dragged underneath the van. And then the film fades out, and then it gets, you know, we go back in time before the chaos happens. But yeah, the movie continues with you find out that Michael plays a priest, and he's got a loving family, he's got a loving church here, and he loves his kids. He loves his two daughters. And of course, any pastor would be overprotective of his kids, you know, especially his older daughter. And she pretty much was just kind of like, you know, hey, look, trust me, Dad. I know what I'm doing. Let me go out and have a party at this place. I know where I'm going. Okay, come on, give me some freedom. And of course, he was against it at first, and of course, he kind of like, all right, I'll let you have this one. Just be safe, you know. Before all this, we actually get a scene where him and his girls are going to buy Christmas trees, a Christmas tree for the house. And this douchebag of all douchebags shows up and just takes their tree, grabs their tree, goes up to pay for it, And of course, the girls are looking at their dad like, "Hey, dad, you gonna do something?" And of course, he tries to intervene, and him being, the pacifist and the bishop and all that, he doesn't. He kind of gets humiliated publicly by this douchebag who pushes him, gets in his face, curses him out, and takes a tree and doesn't give a fuck and walks away. So it's very difficult, but the father is trying to teach them to turn the other cheek. Get those morals in there. You don't want to become the villain. You don't want to become what you hate. Is kind of what we are introduced here in terms of themes with this film. But let's fast forward a little bit, and the daughter stops at this gas station, his oldest daughter, and unfortunately, uh, our boy here, I mean, this guy plays such intimidating characters. Again, going to his albino character from the show Banshee, Joseph Gatt is just really good in this movie. He doesn't even have to act really. He's just already intimidating. But yeah, Ram Cady is the character he plays, and he's just eyeballing uh, uh, the bishop's daughter. Right after this, there's some bumping in the trunk of his car. She notices there's somebody in the trunk yelling for help, trying to get out. And before this sequence happened, we had a little drug deal go down. And unfortunately, this guy was in a wheelchair. He was doing the dealing. And so the character of Sam kind of takes advantage. I'm sorry, Ram takes advantage and kind of fucks up the dude, steals, keeps the money and the drugs and throws them in the trunk. Well, she hears all the ruckus and the noise, and he's just like, all right, fuck. I got to do something about this. Plus, he was eyeballing her up anyway. And the chase is on, and it sucks, man. She tries to get away. She tries to call her dad, but unfortunately, it does not go well. And credit to Michael's performance after that when he gets the news and he arrives on the scene, and he's just, really good performance right here from Michael. And then the movie basically moves forward in terms of, showing the bishop's how is he dealing with loss now? How does he move forward? You know, there's these moments where he just out of desperation would go out in the night and just drive around trying to find out, you know, what happened, and try to get some clues and some answers. Of course, he doesn't find anything. He's then met up by a detective, again played by Mark here, who plays the character of Jed. And he shows up and he's like, "Look, man, I'm looking into it. I'll keep you posted on, if I find anything." Again, this is affecting the rest of the family, especially the younger daughter. My only little nitpick, and it could be I may have missed something, was earlier the daughter was kind of dealing with. I'm assuming the mother is dead, because she's not in the film, unless I totally missed something. I could have missed something, but it seemed like she was kind of dealing with the loss of her. She was in like a counseling group, and I kind of wanted to, explore that a little bit more and find out exactly what happened in detail, what happened to the mom. But like I said, it's possible I may have missed that. But it's affecting the rest of the family. And so, the father sends his youngest daughter off with her aunt. And then we basically, our buddy Jed here, really good acting in this film from this guy. He shows up. He meets up a little bit later, the kind of follow up meeting with the bishop, and he says, "I got him. I got him." And of course, the bishop's looking at him like, "What are you talking about? What are you talking about?" He goes, "I got him." And before he talks about that, he talks about this story that happened 10 years ago, and how he had to do something he had to face his fears, you know, and he had to do something to help cleanse him, himself. And so we're introduced to the pretty good performance from Jacoby here. We're introduced to this character who's just like this insane serial murderer, rapist guy, and he arrests him, but of course he ends up getting out. Well, as soon as he gets let loose, who is he going to hunt for? He's going to hunt for the guy that put him in prison, right? So, unfortunately for Jed's character in the past, 10 years ago, he had to deal with, you know, Jacoby's character, Quinn, showing up basically and killing his wife and wife and a brand new baby on the way. Yeah, it sucked. It's like, fuck, man, this guy's insane. So then later he goes, Jed goes, and we ended up catching him, and he's now serving life, and I'm kind of like, wait a minute, how did you cleanse yourself, if he is serving life? I mean, what's going on here, right? And then you find out later what he meant by serving time. You'll see what he meant the whole time by, Quinn serving time. That gets revealed later, but he goes, I got him. Now, before I turn him in or do what I need to do with him, I can give you 2 minutes with him, and no one needs to know. It'll be our secret. Do you want to come? And of course, the bishop's like, uh, I don't know. Are you insane? Like, what are you talking about? But he follows them anyway. And then we are led. So keep in mind, this is like 10 years later after this story was told, right? Keep that in mind. Then we are led to a house. Jed's house is as a secret place. And we're led downstairs to a lair. And then you see Jed actually caught up with Ram and put a needle in his neck and basically abducted him, hung him up in his house, and saved him for the bishop to get his revenge. So for 10 years, old Jed here has kind of become a vigilante in a way, which you'll see more explored a little bit after that. But he goes, hey, the tools of the trade are right here. Do whatever you want. Hey, it'll be our secret. Nobody will know. I'll give you a few minutes with him. And, he sees the man in front of him who killed his daughter. And you got to keep in mind, the bishop this whole entire time is a man of turning the other cheek, a man who is, preaching to not become, what represents evil basically out here. But, everybody's human. We're all human. And he's so close. And this is a great performance by Michael right here. He's so close of killing Ram. Like, he's like literally right there to kill him. But he pulls away. He realizes that he's in a fucking nut house, that this guy's insane. And he basically refuses to do so. Meanwhile, on the outside, we have Ram's brother here and his buddies, Vic. This is Ram's brother. They meet up with another gangster who's like, yo, where's your fucking brother? Hey, what's going on? My drugs and my money is missing. You guys better find him. So on the outside, we have Vic and the rest of his crew going around kicking ass, taking names, and trying to find where Ram is. I'm saying, what the hell is going on right here? And then we are finally up to speed now. We're back to the craziness where the bishop gets grabbed and yanked away. And he wakes up. He wakes up next to all of these crazy motherfuckers. Like, he wakes up tied. And he's like, what the fuck is going on? And this is like my favorite part of the movie, because this is where the tone completely shifts and the movie turns into something else. And you guys know how I've always said that I love that about certain movies that start off as one thing and it turns into something else that you weren't expecting. And that's what this movie does. And yo, so you find out, so for the whole 10 years, Jed has been collecting criminals, torturing them, cutting off a few limbs of some of them. And of course, he feeds them, but he's been torturing them for like 10 years. And of course, our boy here, this is where he's at. He's down here too, who has been tortured for over 10 years, serving time, right? Life sentence, right? And these guys are almost subhuman like. They've been tortured and fucked up so badly that they've basically lost their minds to the point where they almost act like zombies in a way. They're just you kind of think more of the crazies than less zombies, more of the crazies. And these I'm just like, holy shit, man. So of course, as soon as Ram's brothers show up, all hell breaks loose. I mean, it is chaos, man. Ram's down there. You think he's dead. You find out later he survives. The Five Finger Death Punch crew get fucked up and jumped. Like it's insane. Jed gets fucked up. Everybody gets fucked up. But our lead here, the bishop, breaks loose from his binds, arms the fuck up, and just starts fucking people up and trying to escape. And this is where a lot of the action and the thrills, chills, and spills come from this part. The third act is fucking nuts, you guys. Like it is, it's chaos. Oh, and the soundtrack to this movie is also pretty badass too. A lot of metal artists are on here as well. And I don't know if this was meant to be funny, but as soon as he's like commandoing up, right? You got the hard badass music, right? Like he's getting ready, yeah, right? You know, something like that, right? And he's like arming himself, and then he gets on the motorcycle. He's trying to get away while the upbeat music, heroic music, metal music's playing. And then all of a sudden he hits something and falls off the bike. And as soon as he hits something, the music stops. And I was laughing my ass off. So I don't know if that was meant to be funny or on purpose. But that was hilarious. Like, yeah, he's he's ready to fight back. He's dead. He's on the ground. Cut. So I don't know if that was meant to be funny, but I found it entertaining. But you got the subhumans are loose. So it's just chaos. Bishop is just like, fuck this. I have no choice but to defend myself and survive. And so we get some really great kills at the end here. I'm talking gorehounds and bloodletting fans. You guys will be pleased. There's some really good shit in here. Just straight up chaos. And then kind of fast forward a little bit. A poor couple, is cute little adorable old couple is like trying to set up the Christmas decorations, and then fucking Ram shows up, and it doesn't go well. But right at that moment, Bishop comes along there because they're all escaping from the same area. Bishop looks ahead and he sees motherfucking Ram. And look at that, it's a great shot right there. There's some really great cinematography moments in this film. And you guys, let me tell you something. This fight is brutal. They are fucking each other up in this house. It is satisfying. It is very unexpected. And let me tell you something. This fight has given Samurai Guy an idea. And that idea is, I think I'm going to do this every year moving forward. I'm going to do it this year because this movie's giving me this idea. I'm going to put down my favorite fight scenes of the year. I'm going to do that every year moving forward. This has given me an idea to come up with a video. I've never done that before here on the channel. So yeah, top 10 or whatever are my favorite fight scenes of the year from different films. Could be from different genres. Doesn't matter. But yeah, it gets crazy. And I know this is a spoiler review, but I will not tell you how it ends. I will leave some imagination just for you. But hey, it will scratch the motherfucking action itch and the gore itch. It will scratch that. But after that, we have another segue. How the movie started. It kind of wraps around again, where you have another asshole messing with the bishop's daughter. And I love how the bishop, I mean, come on, this motherfucker went through everything, right? I love how he turns to his daughter and he says, "Honey, I'm gonna apologize right now for what you're about to see, or turn away. I'm gonna apologize for what I'm about to do," basically. Um, uh, but yeah, any other terms of nitpicks from me is I kind of wanted to see what else happened to the other subhumans that escaped. I kind of wanted to know what else happened to them. And I was kind of hoping. I mean, you kind of get that vibe from this anyway. But I was kind of hoping, like after this, you see him in church, still preaching. He's still a bishop, but then right at the bottom of the church in a hidden room, he's got his own lair to still be like a fucking vigilante or something like that. I thought that kind of would have been fun too, in terms of an ending. But hey, just extremely, extremely entertaining. This movie is for the grindhouse crowd. Okay, this movie is for you sitting down with a bunch of friends. It's motherfucking midnight, the midnight crowd, son. Okay, you get your beer or your drink of choice, son. You get the pizza or whatever you're fucking grubbing on, and you watch the Retaliators, man, and you have a kick-ass time. That's what this movie is for. If you're looking for slow burn, elevated horror, big budget schlock, well, you're not going to get that here, okay? And if you're tired of elevated horror being overhyped or pushed too much, or trying to be, a little bit of arts mixed up in the farts, a little bit too much, and you just want to, you know what? I just want to watch somebody get fucked up. I want to watch a cool revenge flick, and I just want to see the lead who starts off like this. And I love movies like this. They starts off like this and then completely driven because of what he's went through to this. I love that. One of my favorite films of all time is I Saw the Devil. If you guys have never seen I Saw the Devil, I highly recommend you guys check that out. Okay, but that's what this movie's for. It's an 80s throwback. It's a small budget. It's not this big budget AAA stuff out there, but it doesn't need to be. It's okay for a horror film to feel dirty. You need to take a shower after you get done watching it. There's nothing wrong with that, man. And it's great to have variety. That's what the horror genre is all about. There's something for everyone, So I really enjoyed it. It was really entertaining. This did well at a lot of festivals, even more than this. This is what I could find at the time. And with a packed theater reacting and having a blast in the theater. And this sums up the film right here. A film that just kicks ass. That's it. That's it. So again, shout out to the Gear Brothers. It was an honor to have them here on the channel to talk to them about the film. And they've actually become regulars here on PhatSamuraiGuy's channel. But they're awesome peeps. They know their movies. They know. And they're big genre film fans, just like me. And I'm sure there's a few of you, probably a lot of you out there that are genre film fans as well. These guys know their stuff. And if you think about it, if this is their first script, holy shit, I can't wait to see what they do next. So sorry, there's pressure on you guys. But yeah, I can't wait to see what they do next. So yeah, very entertaining. I highly recommend it. You guys can watch it on Amazon Prime right now. But let's go ahead and give my rating to the Retaliators. What Samurai Guy gonna give this fun action horror romp? Let's check it out. Don't forget, C is average here on our channel. C is average. So what am I gonna get? What am I gonna give Retaliators? Let's find out. Yeah, son. That's right. B plus, baby. B plus. That's right. Highly enjoyed it. Highly recommend it if you guys are down for the late night 80s throwback grindhouse badass a tea. Badass a tea. Make sure you guys check it out. Let's see. Geeky goes, he's gonna add it to his C list. There you go. Samurai goes, now you're talking my language. There you go. See, Movie Dojo Army, all you badasses, you guys know what's up. It's right here. The proof is in the pudding, baby. That's right. That's right. Yeah. And looks like you guys are enjoying my idea for favorite fight scenes of the year. I think I'm gonna do that for this year. Definitely. I'll kick it off and I'll do it every year. So there you go. We got Chief saying he's got to check it out. It looks badass. There we go. All right. We got some badass supporters here. All right. You guys fucking rock, man.